All right, good morning, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Got a couple minutes to the bell. I've got some stocks that I'm looking at this morning. I am all about the banks earnings today. So Goldman dropping in the, let's see, let me close these tools. There we go. So we got Goldman dropping. Let me refresh this. I keep getting this pop up. Make that go away. So Goldman dropping in the pre-market. Apple is at its momentum moving averages again. So we got Apple potentially coiling, maybe a little inverse head and shoulders here. Potential move up this morning. Goldman, let's go back because I refreshed my screen. So we're pretty close to a daily, big daily support. So if I see Goldman hit the 200 SMA this morning, I might try to play a bounce play on that. That is kind of what I'm looking at going into the bell. JP Morgan was flagging this morning, but yeah, it's still kind of ascending and flagging. But I'm going to play a reversal play instead rather than a bull flag breakout. Ideally, we get a push above the 90 MA daily. So, there's a good range from 200 to 202 on Goldman Sachs. I already have a bunch of swing trades open. They're mostly option trades and they're mostly spreads. And AMD is one of them. I love the closing at highs a day yesterday. And now we're right up at the 100 SMA. You're seeing it kind of pull back because we're 15, 16 seconds into the market bell. So momentum pretty hot on some stocks right now. I'm watching GS on my Thinkorswim platform. Now that the bell is rung, let me switch back to GS because AMD is has already an open trade. All right. What are you guys looking at this morning? I see a couple people in the room now. Morning, guys. Just taking a look at some charts on TrendSpider. Pretty happy with this pullback on Goldman Sachs. We're getting this 200 SMA test. This is the daily 200-day moving average. Simple. Just left the 9. So I'm as long as the market stays in this short-term bullish uptrend. I mean, Goldman has a conference call at 10. So I'm curious to see how it reacts once we get closer to 10 a.m. Oh, we got a daily trend line down here too. That might be the spot right here. I want to play a reversal. This is already a bear flag breakdown, and because it's at a daily moving average right here, I don't want to get stuck in a chop zone. I'd rather let it push all the way down and finish 197.50. I'm going to switch to 1 minute versus hourly here. Man, we broke a bunch of hourly trend lines right there. Let's switch back to the 5. And let's turn most relevant on and shut off our trend lines. And let's get rid of a couple of these because we don't need all these. If we've got 1 and 5 on here, we're pretty good with our 2 9s. So I know 200 is a big level. I'm actually going to split my screen right now. And this is pretty killer strategy to take the 1 and 5 and the 5 and daily. And now you can really see the big picture. Let's see, get rid of that. There's our daily trend line. So we're going to watch that for potential bounce. There's a lot of stuff moving today, though. So I got GS up on another screen. I just want to switch to some of the hot small caps. You can see how well they're doing. BIMI, this was a big one from the trade room yesterday. We anticipated this breakout, and it just basically rode the 9 all the way up, closed at high a day. Good continuation. You know, we're well above the 200 daily, but once you get to the 200 daily and start trading above, it can react. It can fall all the way back to earth, aka 200 daily is the magnet for price to fall back to if it ends up crashing and doing a huge pullback. That's very, very common. You see that often. Let's see. I'm just going to cycle through here in my short-term list. I do have an open trade on Apple that I'm monitoring too. I really need Apple to trade sideways or lower for me to make profit because I sold a bear call spread yesterday. And if it continues up, I'm going to have to close it. But if it stays in this range, I'm going to be very, very happy. And if you're not familiar with bear call spreads, you can go check out our channel. We have some content on it. We also have instructional training videos in our next level training library. Really good stuff if you're struggling with learning some of the concepts. We got some really good teachers on our team who just step-by-step videos on how to learn it. That's where it's at. So, you know, for me to be really excited, I want to see Apple flush. But TVIX is dropping pretty hard, and futures are currently in an uptick. It looks like we're doing a little flag move, which is great, which is why I'm fine as long as Apple doesn't get too parabolic. I'll close the spread and leave the long side on. Might be getting a reversal now on Goldman. This 200 day would be my risk reward. We're pretty oversold. Let's see, VWAP is pretty close at 201. The thing that I don't like is the conference call at 10. I forgot about that, how that could potentially screw with us. Let's see, Citigroup had their conference call at 9 and reversed really nicely. Dang, I should have played that one. Much stronger reversal on Citi. Look at that. That's just an epic V. Oh, and look, it bounced off the daily. Son of a gun, that was a better setup. I should have looked at that closer. I had a bias towards Goldman, but even look, JP Morgan made a nice reversal too. So, I mean, that's good. That's why I'm thinking I might take a stab here shortly if I see some good candles. But this might need to really finish off at this daily trend line here. So we sit and we wait. We sit and we wait. So normally I don't do pre-market stream in the YouTube. I'm normally in the trade room with the rest of our traders. Right now Angel's in there streaming, doing a great job on stocks from our watch list that are running. And I am... Basically, I was on the phone late. Ooh, there's a little spike on Goldman. I was on the phone this morning, and I said, oh, crap, I got to get on and do the pre-market live. So, because I started late, I'm going to stay late with you guys. And we'll keep an eye and see if any of these plays bear fruit for us. Let me get that screen out of your way. SPY's having some trouble with 297.25. Let's see. We don't have much data today. We do have a Fed speaker. And we have a couple Fed speakers this afternoon, so 12:45 we got a Fed speaker, 2 o'clock federal budget balance, and then 3:30 there's another FOMC speaker. So that is pretty nice. That could add a little spicy volatility today. All right, SPY's looking more ascending now. Goldman's still not ready for reversal. Did you guys see SES? This is why you don't hold these low floats too long. The stock hit $26 yesterday, and it's down at 13. So this is why. This is the one that woke up penny stocks again, because it's up a ridiculous amount from, the mid threes to $26, and now it's giving back approximately half of its high gains, right? And now we'll see if there's a dead cat bounce there, but it's effectively broken at the moment. And so SPY's got a nice little rising wedge, a little ascending going on. So far, we're trending above the dailies. I'm still looking for... We got a bear flag on Goldman, which could take us a little bit lower. So you kind of just sit on your hands and wait for the trade to show up. If it shows up, great. Roku's a beast today. I have a bull call spread on Roku open. So let me see if this shows up. I am looking for Roku to put in some nice daily gains. as long as the market cooperates. Let's see. I'm also watching. Oof, Roku is ripping right now. That is freaking awesome. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Let's see, where's the daily? Where's the daily R on Roku? We got no trend lines. We got really no daily moving averages up in the way. That's pretty tight. That is pretty nice opening move. But you can see right here, we're very close to resistance on the 11th. When was the 11th? That was Friday. Friday's resistance. So printing above that is a big deal if we can. Keyword if. All right, I see potential base being formed on GS. Let's see. Copy. Paste. Let's see. We've got so much daily, or I'm sorry, so much overhead resistance formed right now. But futures are still kind of advancing. I just shared the link in the chat to the 2-week trial, so if you guys want to sign up and get some really good training analysis between live analysis and recorded videos to help you guys learn to trade these markets, we got you guys covered. 2-week trial, no strings attached. And we've got different streamers, so it's not just me. It's a whole crew of guys and gals. We got 2 ladies on our team who are also teaching markets and trying to help newbies get a grip. And we have a lot of experienced traders, not just newbies in the group. So it's a really good balance, I should say. All right, Goldman's still slowly doing its thing. Apple really not out of its opening range too well yet. We still got to get above its pre-market high. Then we have yesterday's high. Let's see about 5-minute trend lines. Yeah, look at this. Got a lot of overhead angular to try to get through on Apple. So still sticking with that trade. No reason to react yet until we see something different happen there. Let's see, Roku, how you doing? Roku's pulling back from its highs. Still in an uptrend. SPY broke out of its ascending, so SPY might have a nice little wedge on it too. I do have some calls on that as a hedge to my kind of neutral Apple trade. Apple's actually kind of flagging right now too. Ooh, SPY, look at you. Look at you, look at you. All right, come on, Goldman, give me something here. So we got our 5-minute. We got some convergence, confluence of trend lines here. This would be a nice, we got some space, some pasture if we can break out of this. Right now we're in breakdown mode, but if we can break above the 200 daily, there's a nice move to 202. I just don't want to catch the knife on that. Wow, man, look at, so Apple's still flagging, SPY still moving up. They might wait till the conference call, or they'll get started early. I don't know. Right now I don't have a buy signal on GS, but if it doesn't make its move before the conference call at 10 a.m., we should see maybe a reversal or some direction start to present itself. But as you can see, SPY broke this little ascending pattern right here. There was a flat top, ascending, boom, breakout in the apex, and we're just kind of riding that 9. And then looking at the 5-minute chart, we're coming up against some angular, and this is where we usually will see a little bit of a pullback. So I'd expect some profit taking kind of soon on SPY, just a tad. ROKU still above VWAP. Apple broke out of its little flag. Then you have a small flag right here. Still needs to really make a new high a day. It's got a big, aggressive support channel that's now a resistance channel from the last, the last 5 or 6 days of resistance kind of built up. So for us to punch through here would be exceptional. It would be an exceptional day. And then break the yesterday's high zone. You can see that's, let me see if it'll let me lock that. I just turned it into a drawing, so I got to turn it on. This would be a big level, so I would actually create an alert if we broke through and bounce a 5-minute candle through this zone. That would be pretty significant. I would say we're going to likely break this channel as well. All right, Goldman. We're still riding below that 9 EMA, so not a whole lot of there. I'm laughing at the the chat in the trade room right now. These guys are being pretty funny. So right now Angel's streaming, and it looks like she's covering WWR. This one's been riding the 9 on the 5-minute. Very strong pre-market. It's got a little kind of mini head and shoulders here, but it's still above its momentum moving average, so there's a possibility that this gets some continuation. It's got a lot, as you can see, there's a big convergence point of resistance right here that it's identified. So for this thing to really rip, it would have to break this cluster of trend lines. If we don't see that happen, there's really no long trade here at this point. And that's just going off the 5-minute chart. It's got a kind of a bearish 5-minute chart unless it bounces here. All right, so ROKU's still strong. Again, Goldman just very, very sideways. AMD pulled back pretty hard, but still above 30, so that's nice. be seeing a good 5-minute candlestick here on GS. That's definitely some knife catching though. It's still below that 9 EMA in the 5-minute. So a little risky, but we're getting our first 1-minute candle. So this 9 EMA right here is really what I'm watching. This is our second 9 EMA on a 1-minute. This would be our first candle that would show some hope that this might bounce. Let's see, TVIX. Yeah, there's some bullish divergence on Goldman right now. So I think I'm going to take a trade. All right, so I just took a small long on Goldman. Again, guys, this is just educational. Please do not trade anything that we say. This is just for educational purposes only. We want you guys to learn the fundamentals of technical analysis. Being a good trader is more than just technicals. It's good risk management. It's proper experience and sizing. It takes a long time to be profitable, have good risk management. You're going to lose, 30, 40% of the trades that you trade. It's just a statistic. It just happens. So knowing when to hold them and fold them is a big factor. And a lot of people do not know that. They think it's just, if you're investing, yeah, you buy and hold. You're buying good companies, good fundamentals. Investing is very different than trading. And let's see, just checking. Tweeter. Nothing there. So TVIX is in a little mini uptrend right now, but futures are at channel support, so we'll probably see some chop here. Let's take a look. A little double top on Apple, but this could still put together another ascending pattern, which is bullish. SPY is fine above the 9 EMA 5-minute. ROKU is looking great. Potential double top, but these can often turn into ascendings. I think a lot of people get, they trade the double top thinking it's going to be a huge double top. It ends up just being a tiny little short intraday pattern, and then it flips into an ascending, and then they get screwed because they held too long. I'm just going to refresh this because sometimes when I scroll, it might change the sizing of the chart. Yeah, come on, Roku, make a new high a day. That would be excellent. Let's see, we got Netflix earnings tomorrow. Not looking so hot thus far. But hey, we're still trading in that upper range. So could be a good bounce zone here on Netflix. Again, you're fighting those short-term moving averages, which is tough. And we haven't tested the 9 EMA daily yet, which might be a better back test. Let's see how JP Morgan's doing. Oh, no gap and go there. And GS still consolidating. We've got a couple minutes till the conference call. Then we'll see if this thing makes its move. I mean, it could test the 50-day still today. Again, that would be awesome, which is way up here at 205. We got the 50 on the 5-minute at 202, which would be a good target. But there's definitely some green pasture for this 202 level. Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't look useful to you. And it must be hard looking on a secondhand screen. I've got it on my big monitor, and it's very useful. I mean, you can eliminate a lot of trend lines if you need to, and just play moving averages, or you can just get rid of all the moving averages and just trade trend lines, right? And normally I have it just on one chart like this, and this is what I typically screen share to our members in our trade room. However, I like to use TrendSpider the way I like to use it, so I like to split this in, and you can split this into 4 charts. Then it really becomes hard for you guys to see. So it's kind of a balance between making it useful for me and then making it available for our members to see and not have to squint and be able to tell what's going on the charts. So full screen should look a lot nicer, you know. And for day trading, a lot of times I'm using 1 and 5-minute charts. So this is exactly what I like, because I'm getting the moving averages and the candlesticks that I like to trade right here on one chart. So, all right. So futures still in the up channel. We'll see if TVIX does a little, finishes this little mini up move here shortly. There's a lot of bullish charts out there so far today. ROKU is just an absolute beast today. I'll switch over to ROKU while we're waiting for GS. All right, I'm back. It's home day for my kids. They both have the day off from school. So it's one of the benefits of being a stay-at-home dad trader. You get to spend more time with the ones you love. That's what it's all about, right? Everyone's got a reason, a motivation behind trading or making money in general. Look at that big spike on SPY, 10 o'clock, right on the button. That is awesome. Big spike in volume. Shoot, I need to grab. I just forgot. I need to grab my laptop and load up my other tool. So still waiting for Goldman to do a reversal. I'm going to leave it on ROKU for right now because I have an open position in this. This one has made 3 pretty nice legs up. And I'll be right back. I got to go set up my laptop. All right, guys, I'm back. Still getting set up a little bit. All right, we are connected.
So that I put them in and they pop up.
All right. So I am all set up. SPY is ripping. Apple still kind of neutral. Roku still reaching for those highs. I need to look at a couple other charts and see if we're starting to bump into. Aha. Look at what we have here. We got the 34 and the 50. It looks like it's shooting for the 50. It looks like it wants this 50 now. You probably will see some profit taking around a major daily moving average. We actually got 2 of them. It's not a major, but it's a 34 and a 50 coming up. So I'm going to watch that closely. Still not seeing anything good on Goldman Sachs. That's really trading kind of pathetically right now on the 1 and the 5 minute. It looks like 128. 128 would be a good exit before this thing rolls. Again, this could move a lot higher. Looking at the daily chart of Roku. There is a, let's see, weekly fibs. And it's not going to draw them. I won't draw them on this one. I'd have to edit this the way I want to, but there's a 50% retracement from this high low, which is about 140, that I've been looking at for a while for this to retest. Let's check square. I got a trade on this too. I got a terrible entry on this one, but I'm holding it. And I'm looking for 64.50. So we'll see. Daily chart's looking better and better. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thanks for watching this stream. I'm going to be doing more streams like this for you guys in the pre-markets, sometimes in the middle of the day. I just kind of randomly will pop in here. So if you see us go live, you guys can come in and join. You might see other members of the team in here as well. So if you do, just come in, listen to them. They got different styles of trading, different kinds of analysis, all very helpful, useful stuff. So come check us out. And if you guys want to join the 2-week trial, we got 2 trade rooms. There's always 2 streamers in the mornings there teaching. We got a huge library of content, and there's a lot of information there for, doesn't matter if you're intermediate and still struggling. There could be, it could be 1 or 2 videos that makes the difference between, those aha moments in trading where you're like, okay, I finally get it. So we've really worked hard on that library for you guys to help you succeed, because we know what it's like. Every trader that's gotten successful and consistent knows what it's like to struggle. So our content is made from that point of view to really help you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy, and I will see you on the other side. Later.